So this is part 2 of the discussion, my opinion on the CPC. And I can hear the criticism. I can hear you saying, well, Reggie, what the hell would you do about it then? What sort of a course would you invent, or what sort of an idea? Well, first of all, because they were all mainly, a lot of them, transport people, you would have done it in a place where there's a truck, even if it was in an empty warehouse and you had a physical truck in front, so you could walk around and discuss everything on the truck. So obviously the first thing would be about the vehicle, whatever vehicle you've got, looking around, make sure this is all right. That's a bit much like your test, but make it, what could go wrong and what you got to watch out for. Maybe have a hidden fault on it, or have a, let's say, argument's sake, my experience, if you've got a double-decker with twin tyres, so instead of having 6, you've got 12 tyres on the back, and the inside of those tyres, they rip to shreds. You've got to watch them. So from the outside, you're looking at it, it's great, but you look on the inside wheels, they're worn. Something like that, possibly. So the training would involve an actual vehicle in front. It's the same as securing. There was no mention of securing loads. There's a lot of people lose loads. There was no actual thing where this is a box, this is a pallet, this is how you should secure it. This is where the preferred place to put it in. Or maybe a bigger box. So, right, we've got to move it back and we've got to strap it this way, you've got to strap it that way. So you're actually there physically looking and seeing. So providing a vehicle from one of the transport firms, if you're trained on a transport side, wouldn't have been great shakes. Wouldn't have been a million miles impossible to do. One of the other things they could have brought up is a lot of driving the truck is being the right frame of mind, of thinking, right, how are we going to approach this? We're looking at something, boys. How would you do it? Because the what they're trying to do is stop the problems, and a lot of the problems are, if the driver had sort of thought about it first, took the time to think about it, even pulled over to one side and think about it, right, how am I going to get this in here? How am I now going to get myself in a pickle? They could have done that. They could have gone, well, given you different addresses, and how do you, right, you've got this address in front of you. When you look at it, and how would you approach it? How would you do your little research just in your cab? I mean, sat-navs are fantastic. Google Earth, Street View, all that sort of a thing. What equipment has the driver got, or can lay his hands on, which is a day-to-day bit of equipment, which I'm talking about your mobile phone. A lot of the problems that are caused by trucks are they get stuck and it's big news. They go a certain route and it's big news. And if that's what they're trying to approach, well, get the drivers not to just blindly follow a sat-nav, to think about it, where they're going. Obviously a motorway's got 3 lanes, and then a dual carriageway's got 2 lanes, and an A road's got fairly wide 2 lanes, one going, one coming. And then you're going on a B road and you're thinking, hold on a minute, let's think about this, let's research it. There was none of that. There was none of improving a drivers. There's no way of, right, this is how to do it. There was none of that. So that's the course I'd have a physical truck to have a walk around and look about, and maybe a couple of hidden faults on it, and look, I didn't see that type of a thing. And there was no load security at all, thinking about different sort of devices, different ways different people approach things. I mean, a lot of boys use tail lifts, and they're bloody dangerous. I choose not to take on tail lift work because I know, and the experience I've got with them, and I've seen they're bloody dangerous, so I don't use them. It's the same. Where do you stand? What do you when a forklift is working on you? A lot of problems is caused by getting hurt standing by forklifts. A lot of problems is climbing on and climbing off. A lot of the driver problems are they fall off trucks. Drivers fall off trucks. Drivers don't strap things down properly. I mean, some of the curtain siders are awful. Some of those type of things that you've got to watch out for. So I would focus it only on the drivers and what the drivers do every day and how they handle themselves, and mainly it's a way of thinking. I often think, a lot of people say, "Oh, I'd be scared to drive that as a big truck." As long as you're in the right frame of mind, the actual moving and the driving of it is easy. Once you've been shown how to think about a thing, how to approach a thing. Oh, look at this. Watch that, because this will cause you problems, or that will cause you problems, or, that type of thing. So that's how I would have approached the CPC. If I was in charge. And obviously we've all got our own ideas and their own way of things and what's important and what's not important, but purely focus it on the driver, and if you want to improve the roadworthiness of the trucks, then get the transport managers in, get them to do their courses and their thing. Don't tell us about stuff that we directly have no control over at all. So I was just sitting there thinking, well, that's the answer I would give to you. If I gave you an idea and I said to you, well, that was a shit idea. Well, and you said to me, well, Reggie, that's a shit. I'd say, well, all right, then what's your idea? So now you know what my idea would be. Bye.